Hello, welcome to my channel. Just been to see Ant-Man. Brilliant film. Before I go any further, if you don't want to know any spoilers or anything, turn the video off. Now, that's the warning. Now, spoil it for anybody. Just seen it, and that's it. So if you're okay, we'll continue. If not, I'll see you on the next one. Alright then, so Ant-Man, let's see it, View Cinema. Absolutely superb. Saw it in 3D. I'm not really a big 3D fan, but I was in a rush to go and see it in 3D. So I wasn't first to get in and see it. Interesting thing really, great film. It's got an amazing sense of humour. The comic timing is just superb. Everything about the film is spot on. The battle scenes are just incredible, especially in his daughter's bedroom, where the enlargement and the shrinking, the dimensions of it are pretty cool. Do you know what I mean? It's like he's throwing like a toy car about, and yet, but when they're that it looks like, you know, the Avengers fighting on streets of New York, but it's not, it's a toy car and stuff. And there's a lot of the speed of it. You're jumping from one sort of dimension from the next. The characters is a great backstory. We find out it's interesting because we get Peggy Carter, who's obviously on the board directs S.H.I.E.L.D. back in 1989 or 86. He's created the Pi particle about shrinking soldiers, and he Michael Douglas. You know, I never realised about him. He's quite a small bloke, isn't he? He's not. I thought he was quite tall. He's not. He's quite small, and it all comes out. He won't gonna, you know, he won't let them use this Pi particle. So he resigns from S.H.I.E.L.D. He punches this guy, who's like opposite of him, and he walks out of S.H.I.E.L.D. and he sets up his own sort of company, and then you find out he was like a sort of a superhero over years with his wife. That was obviously Janet Van Dyne, I suppose. I thought it was going to be Evangeline Lilly, but she called Hope. So, and she does. I mean, to be honest, I think she does look like Janet Van Dyne. There was. So he goes, him and his wife, sort of fighting crime or doing stuff, you know. And you don't get to see the Winsome Wasp. You don't see her. You just see the, you know, like in the costume when they have to stop a nuclear missile back in the 90s or 80s. So you move on from that, and you're getting into Scott Lang's character. He's hilarious. He's so funny. The guy that's playing, I think it's Paul Rudd or something. He's really funny, and he's got a great crew when he gets like out of prison. Because he got sent to prison because basically he worked for this big company. They were ripping people off, and he went and did the complete opposite to them. He did like a Robin Hood style thing. He gave the customers the money back and then crashed the CEO's car into the swimming pool, and he got done for it and he went to prison. So he's come out, starts off as in a fighting prison, and then his Mexican mate picks up, oh, he's really funny. He's really funny. And they go off, and he's trying to get, you know, establish his relationship with his daughter and her stepfathers. He's a police officer and all this. And he gets a job in some kind of burger place, ice cream parlour, and he gets sacked by this real wanker of a manager. So, and then he's back, and then he's forced into like crime. But Henry Pym set up the crime. He wants him to rob his mansion, and they go and rob it, and he thinks there's going to be loads of stuff in the vault. And they're into that man. So, but Henry Pym has been manipulating all this in the background. Michael Douglas. Anyway, he gets home and he's got this Ant-Man. He thinks motorbike suit, and he puts the Ant-Man suit on, and he's posing in the mirror, and his fucking mate comes in, and he's like, he don't want to get caught in this suit, and he shrinks down in the bathroom. The scale of the bathroom when his mate turns the water on, it's incredible. Do you know what I mean? And how he falls out of the bath through the, you know, through all the floors and stuff. It's the size of it, you know. And Henry Pym's talking to him, you know, and it goes on from that, and you know. It freaks him out, so he goes and puts the suit back. He gets arrested back, please put the suit back. And then Pym comes in and says that I want you to work for me, and all this will be sorted out. And then it goes into Pym's partner, like he was a mentor, this other genius, but he couldn't quite break the shrinking thing, and he built a battle suit called Yellow Jacket, which is quite frightening looking at. It's quite ominous, and it is a cool look. And Ant-Man is meant to go in there, rob the place and get rid of all evidence and destroy everything. And there's a big sort of thing where he gets into Prime Technologies. He wants to call it Cross Technologies, this guy called Cross. And there's a great thing, but before they go into that, there's a sort of great section where you get to see the Falcon. They have to get this sensor device to shut some kind of security thing down in Prime Technologies, but it's stored at Stark International or Stark Industries, and they go off and they end up sort of like going in there, and it's the Avengers new HQ, and the Falcon sort of comes into Falcon. He's on patrol, and Falcon scans him on the floor, and he rises up and he tries talking to him, and he goes, "I'm Ant-Man." Falcon's not having it, and they have a big tussle, and Ant-Man shrinks into his jetpack and disables it. It's really fucking funny, and they get the device. Anyway, then they go off and take on Prime Technologies. Hydra turns up. They're gonna buy all this, you know, this stuff. They're after other technology and the suit, definitely suit, because I mean, you know, what you can do at this size is like super strength and all that. And then they move on from there. And he has secret deals, got Prime Day's going to blow his fucking brains out, usual villain stuff. And Ant-Man infiltrates, but it's all set up to catch him, and they've got him trapped in this thing, but he enlarges himself, gets out, big punch up, and the planted all charges. Ants are like soldiers planting these shrunk charges that enlarge and all that. And they've basically took the thing, and Ant-Man's mates, Scott Lang's mates are outside, like, hacking in and doing all, one inside undercover. And Henry Prime gets shot, and there's a big commotion, and he does a runner with suit, and Ant-Man chases him. Anyway, just see, they all get out, and helicopter launches off. The building shrinks into Atomica, you know, the inner realms beyond the molecular line, and which is interesting, because he said you can only shrink so far. If you shrink further down, you can't get back, you know, when you're going down to beyond the molecular level. And that's it really. So there's a big punch up. He puts the Yellow Jacket suit on, he goes round to his daughter's out bedroom, and the main battle's fought in the bedroom, but shrinking, you know, with all the toys and enlarging stuff, and all that. Poor little girl, she's terrified, and her stepdad turns up, and he knows he's Ant-Man and all that. I could go into the rest of the film, but I won't. But there's a big punch up, and he obviously wins. And he gets shrunk, he slips into molecules and does Yellow Jacket, and he gets into molecular, and so does Ant-Man. He's down in this new universe, but he has his daughter, and he changes his back and enlarges himself back, and that's basically the film. And there's some really cool bits in this film, because there's some beautiful like Easter eggs. The connection to Pre-Shield with Peggy Carter. And then I love the Falcon bit, you know, the old Falcon thing. Beautiful connection to Avengers. Now, and then suddenly, after all that, right, when he's got he's back with his daughter, he's welcome. Life's going good for him, Scott Lang, and he's part of Henry Prime. Just as it finishes, Henry Prime says to his daughter, "I want to show you something," and he presses a button, and there's a wasp suit for his daughter, and she says, "About time," and then that's it. So you go through credits, watch the credits, right even after it's finished. They're doing what they did in the first Iron Man film and the Swami thing of the Avengers. There's a great scene of Winter Soldier, and he's tied down with handcuffs or something to a workbench. Falcon and Captain America going, "We're going to have to phone Tony, he's gone and done it." And that's basically it. That's the opening to Civil War, and Falcon says, "I know somebody who could help us." The Ant-Man connection. And also in the film, there's they're going on about certain superheroes and stuff. One is mentioned where he can crawl up walls. We've got one that shrinks, crawls up walls. So that's your Spider-Man intro. So it's all in this film, you know, all of it's in this film. And there's no mention, there's no Infinity Stones, and obviously that'll somewhere in Civil War or the next Marvel movies. But Ant-Man's a nice, enjoyable ride. I mean, don't expect so much from it. It's just a very enjoyable film. That's it. Great comedy, great storyline. The story's pretty good. The acting is quality. The directing, I know they had some problems with it and all that in the past. This has come out a top film, you know. So I recommend you should go see it. and just enjoy the ride of it. It's I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians for me had everything I wanted. Do you know what I mean? And it were just as good as the Avengers with Guardians. I don't know, I feel a very strong attachment to Guardians of the Galaxy as a film. But Ant-Man stands alone upon itself. This could have just been a one-off movie on its own. But there's some great Easter eggs in it. There's really much more I could say. I mean, I could go into vast amounts of details of it, but then this video will go for hours and I don't want to bore people. So I'm going to give Ant-Man 5 out of 5. It's definitely worth it. So I'll see you on the next video. Please subscribe to my channel. Let me hear your thoughts, negative and positive. Sorry about spoilers, but I thought I had to get it out there as fast as I could. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching.